And this is Aryan.
We are reciting a poem called The Night Before Christmas by Clement Clarke.
Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hope that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while vision of sugar plums dancing in their heads. And Mamma in her kerchief, and I in my cap, had just settled down for a long winter's nap. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from bed to see what was the matter.
Away to the window, I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave the luster of midday of objects below. When what to my wondering eyes should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeers with a little old driver, so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be Saint Nick.
More rapid than eagles, his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer, now Vixen. On Comet, on Cupid, on Donder and Blitzen. To the top of the brooch, to the top of the wall. Now dash away, dash away, dash away all. As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle, mount to the sky. So up to the house, top the courses they flew, with a sleigh full of toys and Saint Nicholas too. And then in a twinkling, I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof.
As I drew in my hand and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur, from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he has flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his backpack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry, his cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry.
His droll little mouth was drawn like a bow, and the beard of his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke it enwrinkled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly.
He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed at him when I saw him, in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work, and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk, and laying his finger aside of his nose, and giving a nod of the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like down off a thistle. But I heard him exclaim as he drove out of sight, "Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night."
Thank you.
Puppy's Christmas, recited by Ananya. It's the day before Christmas, and all through the house, the puppies are squeaking. An old rubber mouse, the wreath which had merrily hung on the door, is scattered in pieces all over the floor. The stocking that hung in a neat little row now boasts in a hole each one of those stores. This tree was subjected to bright-eyed winds, and now all those splendid is missing some limbs. I catch them and I hold them and say, "Be good, I insist." They lick me and then they run off to see what they've missed. And now as I watch them, the thought comes to me that this is the spirit that Christmas should be. Should children and puppies yet show us the way and teach us the joy that should come with this day? Could they bring the message that's written above and tell us, most of all, Christmas is love? Good evening, everybody. My name is Diksha. Today I'm going to recite a poem about catastrophe by S.B.A. If Christopher should forget to travel for Christmas Eve, I tell you now that the folks would grieve. There wouldn't be a single doll, a box, or a book, and not a bit of candy. There wouldn't be a single stock. Because, you see, Christopher has a corner of things. He alone, who is the ninth in the poem. Then let us try to avert the catastrophe and hope Miss Sprinkle would remember you and me. Thank you. Arjun and myself, Miraya Agarwal. Jolly also Nicholas, we are here this way. Don't you tell a single soul what I am going to say. Christmas is coming soon. Now you dear old man. Whisper to me what you think. Tell me if you can.
When the clock is striking 12, when I am fast asleep, down the chimney broad and black with your pack you'll creep. All the stockings you will find hanging in a row. Mine will be the shortest one, you'll be sure to know. Johnny wants a pair of skates, Susie wants a sled, Nellie wants a picture book, yellow, blue, and red.
Now think I'll leave to you what to give the rest. Choose for me, dear Santa Claus. You will know the best. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Arvind P. and I'm going to recite a poem called A Chubby Little Snowman. A chubby little snowman had a carrot nose. Along came a bunny, and what do you suppose? That hungry little bunny, looking for some lunch, and grabbed the snowman's nose and nibble, nibble, crunch.
Electronic Christmas by Ken Nesbitt, recited by Dia Prateek and Ashika. I asked for new gadgets for Christmas. My list is 100 lines long. I figured I might as well write. What could go wrong?
My parents bought me all that I wanted: an iPod, a big screen TV, a camera, a laptop computer, a PlayStation, Xbox, and Wii.
I got a new Kindle, a smartphone, an RF remote control car, a video camera, and a brand new electric guitar.
But those things were just the beginning. This Christmas I had such a haul. It took me all morning and then some to finish unwrapping it all.
100 new gadgets to play with? I couldn't be bothered to wear. At the moment I plugged them all in, so it blew every fuse in the state.
If you're spending Christmas in darkness and can't play a video game, I'm sorry for all the trouble. It probably means you to blame.
I know now I shouldn't be greedy. So next year, I think you'll be fine. Instead of 100 new gadgets, I'll just ask for 99.
Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm Mariah, and that's Pritika. And today we're going to be reciting A Funny Christmas by Ken Nesbitt.
I baked a dozen cookies and I put them on a plate and I set them out for Santa Claus, except for one I ate.
That cookie was amazing, and I couldn't quite resist. So I ate another one that I was sure would not be missed.
I knew it wouldn't matter. If I only ate one more, then I go build up another one. Why not? That's only 4.
I accidentally dropped a couple on the ground. I knew Santa wouldn't want them, so I swiftly scarfed them down.
Another couple disappeared. I may have eaten those, though I couldn't say for certain. But I guess that's how it goes.
I figured 4 was likely more than Santa Claus would need, so I polished off another few with unexpected speed.
I knew what happened. All the damage had been done, and I realized I would accidentally eaten everyone.
I guess it's best, since Santa Claus sort of needs to watch his weight. When he visits us this Christmas, I hope he likes the plate.
Thank you.
My name is Shania, and today I'm going to say a poem about Santa Claus's visit by Susie M. Best with a click and clack and a great big pack. Down through the chimney, pretty nimbly, somebody comes on Christmas Eve. If we are real nice, as still as a mice. If we never peep and are sound asleep, he will fill our stocking, I do believe. And when we arise next day, our eyes will grow big to see how perfectly he knew what we all wished to receive. Thank you.
Santa's Helper by Shel Silverstein will be recited by Ahan. Said, I used to be Santa's helper, but I got fired tonight just cause I broke the music box by binding the springs too tight. Just cause I tried all the bicycles and licked all the candy canes. Just cause I dropped those porcelain dolls down from the Tinker Toy crane. Just cause I drove the electric trains so fast it jumped the rails and wiped that purple finger paint all over the sailboat sails. And just cause I squeezed the little stuffed dog till he gave a little stuffed yelp. Santa had the nerve to say that I wasn't too much help. Thank you.
This is Ria, and I'm going to be reciting Christmas Dog by Shel Silverstein. Tonight's my first night as a watchdog, and here it is, Christmas Eve. The children are sleeping, all cozy upstairs, while I'm guarding the stockings and tree. What's that now? Footsteps on the rooftop? Could it be a cat or a mouse? Who's this down the chimney? A thief with a beard and a big sack for robbing the house? I'm barking, I'm growling, I'm biting his butt. He howls and jumps back in his sleigh. I scare his strange horses. They leap in the air. I frighten the whole bunch away. Now the house is all peaceful and quiet again. The stockings are as safe as can be. Won't the kiddies be glad when they wake up tomorrow and see how I've guarded the tree?
Good afternoon, my name is Vivin and I'll be presenting a poem called Pets in the North Pole by Peyton. Hear ye, there's much to do. But the reindeers up have not caught the flu. The presents are wrapped, the sleigh is all set. So instead of reindeers, we're using your pets. So just show them this note on Christmas Eve. So when they come, they'll be ready to leave. We'll take the dogs, we'll take snakes, we'll take hamsters and cats. We'll take frogs, we'll take lizards, we'll take bat. We'll even take bats. We'll pretty much take whatever you've got. For Santa's sleigh, we'll need a lot. Your pet should leave when you're asleep, so don't make a sound or a peep. When your pets come to fly the sleigh, I will make them fly. I will show them the way while they soar through the night up high in the sky, looking down at the houses as we fly on by. Oh, and thank you for helping us, Santa Claus, from your old friend Santa Paws. Thank you.
Snowball by Shel Silverstein. I made myself a snowball as perfect as could be. I thought I'd keep it as a pet and let it sleep with me. I made it some pajamas and a pillow for its head. The last night it ran away, but first it wet my bed. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I am Yuyutsu and he is Rian. Today we are going to recite the dreaded Christmas fruitcake by Kelly Roper. Oh fruitcake, why are you heavy like a rock? And why do people keep sending you to me? I really wish they would stop.
Your texture is like rubber and your fruit is chewy like gum. I think no one would give you as a gift if they'd ever eaten some.
I've tried regifting you, but you just keep coming back. I have to look at you one more time. I think my mind will crack.
I really hate to be wasteful and I don't like to act trash, but I can't take it anymore. You're going into the trash.
Thank you.
How the Grinch Stole Christmas by Dr. Seuss.
Raoul? Every who down in Whoville liked Christmas a lot, but the Grinch who lived just north of Whoville did not.
And they're hanging their stocking tomorrow. It's practically here. I must find some way to stop Christmas from coming.
For tomorrow he knew all the Who girls and boys would be bright and early. They'd rush for their toys, and then the noise, the noise, the noise, noise, noise!
And they would feast on food pudding and who would prepare roast peas. Something the Grinch would stand in the least. Then they'd stand hand in hand and the Who's would start singing.
And they'd sing, and they'd sing, and they'd sing, sing, sing!
I must stop this whole thing. For 53 years I've put up with it now. I must stop away from Christmas from coming. But how?
Then he got an idea. An awful idea. The Grinch got a wonderful, awful idea.
I know just what to do. What a great Grinchy trick. With this coat and this hat, I'll look just like Saint Nick. All I need is a reindeer. If I can't find a reindeer, I'll make one instead.
So he called his dog Max and took some red thread and tied a big horn on top of his head. Then he loaded some bags and some old empty sacks on a ramshackle sleigh and hitched up old Max.
Idiot!
And the sleigh started down towards the homes where the Who's lay a snooze in their town.
This is stop number 1.
And he climbed to the roof, empty bags in his fist. Then he slid down the chimney, a rather tight pinch. If Santa could do it, so could the Grinch.
The stockings are the first things to go.
And he stuffed them in bags. Then the Grinch very nimbly stuffed all the bags, one by one, up the chimney, and the Grinch grabbed the tree, and he started to shove when he heard a small sound like the coo of a dove.
He turned around fast. He saw a small Who, little Cindy Lou, who was not more than 2. Grinch had been caught by his tiny Who daughter. He got out of bed for a cup of cold water. She stared at Grinch and said, "Santa Claus, why do you take your Christmas tree? Why?"
But you know the old Grinch, he was so smart and so slick. He thought up a lie and he thought it up quick.
Why, my sweet little tot? There's a light on one side. There's a light on the street that won't light on one side. So I'm taking it home to my workshop, my dear. I'll fix it up there and I'll bring it back.
And the fifth fooled the child and he patted her head. He got her a drink and sent her to bed.
Then the last thing he took was the log for their fire. Then he went up the chimney himself, the old liar.
Who to the Who's, they're finding out that no Christmas is coming.
He stared down at Whoville. The Grinch popped his eyes. Then he shook. He saw a shocking surprise. What he saw was a shocking surprise.
Who down in Whoville, the tall and the small, was singing without any presents at all. He hadn't stopped Christmas from coming. It came. Somehow or the other, it came just the same.
How could it be so? It came without ribbons, it came without tags, it came without packages, boxes, or bags. Maybe Christmas doesn't come from a store. Maybe Christmas, perhaps, means a little bit more.
And what happened then? Well, in Whoville they say that the Grinch's small heart grew 3 sizes that day.
And the minute his heart didn't feel quite so tight, he whispered his load to a bright morning light. And he brought back the toys and the food for the feast. And he himself, the Grinch, carved the roast beast.
Thank you.
Thank you.